All right, guys, I'll get going here in just a minute. All right, start off quick. Halifax Wa 2. Oh, there we go, Palumbo. I don't think so, Jeff. What you know what numbers you were in? I don't remember anything for you. All right, we're gonna start off. We've got a 7 with a 9 auto. Ellie and Noelve Marte dual auto jersey card for Justin Bradley. This was at a CGC 55. Jesse Burton out of 6. Had 1, didn't go through. Vince. All the rest are good. Okay, we've got Denny Hamlin. Jeff Gordon. Jimmy Johnson, 10-10. That's a nice one. Tony Stewart. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jeff Gordon. And Jeff Gordon. Yeah, and as always, to get some nicer ones, I am going to take a couple picks here. So who knows? You may see one of your slabs out there at some point. All right, that was Jesse. Ryan Campbell came out. This is sub 8 already. This is less than a month on some of these. 2 didn't go through. 3 did. We got Jim Patton, Jack Tatum, and George Atkinson. This was Bruiser and Ken Riley. Not sure who's out there doing stuff on theirs, but that's what I got. Unfortunately, I am just the guy letting you know. Nick Finch out of 6. We got a Lou Brock. On the good side, Red Schoendeist. Nice older cards. Jim Palmer with 10 auto. Jim Cott. Dick Butkus. Juan Marichal. Steve Carlton. And a nice Fergie. Anybody have any questions, feel free to speak up. Sorry guys, just typing. Alright, Jim Crawford. Unfortunately, a bunch came back undone. Not authentic. I'm assuming a lot of these came from the same place. So hopefully you've got at least verification on those. You can go after wherever you got them from. But on the good side, we do have Franco Harris. Those came out good. These were on the back. Chuck Knoll. Greg Lloyd. Nice Lou Brock. Really like that card. Carlton Fisk. Rich Gossage, Goose, Bob Gibson, Bob Greasy, Joe DiMaggio, Jolton Joe. 2 of those. So the Joes came back good, so that's good. Unfortunately, the other ones, I don't know how to go through. You got like Gale Sayer, Bob Gibson, Yogi Berra's. I mean, I'm assuming they came from the same spot, more or less. But at least you know for a fact what they are. Jason Egolf. Theismann Anderson duel. Got a couple of these. Actually, we got a bunch of these. I'm going to keep those together. 6, 6, AU, 10, 7.5 with 10 auto. Joe Theismann. Rocky Blyer. That was Rocky Blyer again, I believe. Archie Manning. Bubba Smith. Ted Marchibroda. Bill Keller. Todd Christensen. Thurman Thomas. Marchibroda. Greg Landry. Wally Chambers. Herm Edwards. Todd Christensen. Billy Kilmer. Like that card. That's a nice looking one. Bob Kuchenberg. Cam Smith. About a 10-10 on Torque. And a 10 with a 9 on Jackson Merrill. Morning. How you doing, Daniel? You definitely have stuff here. That's for sure. All right, Jim. Garmin. This is at a 6. A couple of them didn't go through. Larry Bird, Sparky, Mark McGuire. These, on the other hand, did. Bob Friend. Larry Boa. Ron Say. Kent Tekulve. Bill Madlock. Willie Stargell. Dr. J, rookie. That's always nice. And Dennis Rodman on the National. And for Jim, sub 55 came back. They would not do these for some reason or another. Which I've seen them do stuff like that. Not sure why or what causes it, but alright, we got a lot of wrestling. The Rock. Hulk Hogan's galore. German version. Italian version. A lot of Hulks, to say the least. 85s. And 87s. And a sticker at the back end. So not a lot of nice Hulks. Will Hennessy. Next up. Everything got through. Vlad Sr. Randy Johnson. Greg Maddox. Albert Pujols. Big names too. Miguel Cabrera. Roy Halladay, Dirk Nowitzki, and Pedro Martinez. We got a perfect one there. Marcus Hayes. We did have a few not go through, but a large stack of ones that did. All right, we got Gonzalez Canseco. Palmero, Wade Boggs, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Kurt Warner, Thurman Thomas, Randall Cunningham, Joe Theismann, Rick Barry, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Dale Earnhardt, Neil Bonnet, Tim Allen, Kim Basinger, Jim Palmer, Steve Carlton, Eddie Matthews, Warren Spahn, Pete Rose, Roger Clemens, Steve Garvey. It's about half of them. Ernie Banks, Andre Dawson, Duke Snyder, Vince Coleman, Red Schoendeist, twice, Tracy Lawrence, Ronnie Millsap, Fingers, Palmer and Guidry, Palmero, Warren Moon, Dan Marino, Palmero, Will Clark, Troy Aikman, and Kurt Angle. All right, that was all Marcus. Sean Leslie. From the looks of it, everything went through. We've got Vern Law multiple times. Lou Piniella. Ryan Sandbergs. That one does have a thing on the back saying it's slightly short. More Sandberg rookies for Fleer. Andre Dawson. We got Boggs. Raleigh Fingers, Goose Gossage, Tony La Russa, Vern Law, Juan Marshall, and Burt Blyleven. That was Sean. Philip Carpenter out of sub 55 CGC. We got Charlton a 4, a 5-5, and George Best a 4. Old Soccer. Casey, no, I don't think so. Dayton Perrin out of 55. We've got a 9-5 Ian Happ. Patrick Mahomes. Kyle Tucker with a 10-10. Solid. And Michael Bush with a 10-10. 10-10s are nice. Robert Marks. We had two that didn't come back. But we got Carl Hubble, Satchel Paige, which is nice, and a Calavito Mantle Maris triple. So, got a couple of nice ones that did come back for Robert. William Kelsey at a number 8. Hank Carson, Harry Carson and Carl Banks. There's a ton of stuff here. I'm working my way through it. Brett Matisse at a sub 8, so there is some sub 8 back, Giovanni. Willie Wilson, Rex Hudler, Mark Gubizov, Juan Gonzalez, Jay Buhner, and Wade Boggs. All slabbed. Rick Seabrands. We had one not go through. Chase Elliott. Everything else was good. Andre Dawson. People like that one. Goose Gossage. Mike Musina. Eck. Harry Carson. Dan Fouts. Jackie Smith. James Lofton. Dermonte Dawson. Eric Dickerson. Bob Lilly. Nice card. Nice Bob Lilly. Charlie Joyner, Elvin Bethea, Dennis Eckersley, Ernie Banks, Yogi Berra, Peyton Manning, and 2 of them. Hector Gonzalez. We did have some not go through. Soccer card, well, basketball, older, different baseball, a lot of inconclusives. But other than that, on the others, we do have a Luis Arroyo, Tony Kukoc, Hakeem Olajuwon, nice at SPX, Bernie Williams, David Robinson. A lot of those don't get through, so that 9-5 and a 9 is huge. Shaq, yet again, a lot don't go through, 10 with an 8. And Vince Papal, 5-5 with a 10. Chris Hands, had 2 not come through. Marty Brodeur, Joe Montana, Duke Snyder, Mickey Mantle. Big names through this stuff at times, guys. Mark McGuire, George Brett, Don Mattingly, Derek Jeter, and I believe the rest are Derek Jeters. Huge cards. Huge. Wayne at a sub 55 CGC. So these are not JSA, these are straight CGC. For Wayne, we got a 10-10 on a Bobby Witt auto numbered to 5. 10-10 on a numbered to 5 Bobby Witt auto. Knowlton 9 with a 10. Nick Kurtz, black gold 10-10 paint pen green match 1 of 1. Nick Kurtz, guys. That is literally a 1 of 1 Nick Kurtz. That got a 10-10. Another pristine 10 on Chase Burns. This is numbered to 50. Auto 10. Pristine 10. Can't do much better than this. Nick Kurtz 9-10. Nicky Nukes. 759. Probably scratches on it or something. 8-10. And a 9-9. The biggest cards got the biggest grades though on those. We got a Kobe Mayo 10, Slade Caldwell 10-10, Chase Burns 10 with a 9, Bazana with a 9, a pristine 10 on Jacob Gonzalez, 9-10 on Cobb Hightower, Bresnahan 10-10. 9-10 on a JJ. Charlie Condon 9-10. Acuna 9-10. Julio 9-10 and an 8-5-10. Alright, give me a second on these guys. I got to take a couple picks real quick because some of these are absolutely monsters. Wayne, you owe me an Outback gift card or something on these. Because these are, for all you guys that don't know, I am a breaker. These all came from, he got them out of a break. So these went straight from a break straight to CGC. He has not had them in hand yet. So, for those that don't know, that I'm also a breaker. I do a ton of Onyx. And like I said, these are all big, huge hits out of that product. Alright, there's the pictures. A Nick Kurtz 1 of 1 right now. Graded that way. Huge. Alright, Nick Webb at a 55. CGC got an Ozzie Smith 9-10. And a George Kittle 10-10. Oh, and Maxfield had one card. Andrew Jones, back authentic. Casey O'Brien. I know Casey's out there somewhere, I think, still out there. All yours came back good. Carl Yastrzemski. Nomar. Jaron Duran, 10-10. AU 10 on the next one. Trot Nixon. Nomar, the black box, and Pedro Martinez, 9-10. Eric Lyman out of sub 55. So these are all straight CGCs. Ooh, I don't like that case. I think it came with a scratch on it. I'll do something about that. Robbie Snelling. So I do catch stuff like this, guys. That is part of the case. I will make sure that gets taken care of. Robbie Snelling. Walter Yannick. Nolan McLean. Andre Dawson. Eugenio Suarez. Jim Palmer. Oh, I guess this isn't 55, is it? No, this must be 8. Joey Votto. Connor G. Andrew Abbott. Justin Turner. Thomas White. Yep, you did well on those, Case. Bubba Chandler. Susanna. James Wood. Terry Francona. Dusty Baker. Augustin Ramirez. Bubba Chandler. Dylan Beavers. Here's the 55s back here. Sorry. Augustin Ramirez. Otani and Judge. Aaron Judge. Prospect. Jim Mint 10. Otani Jim Mint 10. And a Jackie Robinson variation 9 for Judge. Seth Moeller. All good. Rich Allen. That's another one. What the heck did they do? Almost looks like a crack. Alright. So like I said, that one I'm looking at it. It has it as well. So I will take care of it while they're here. Hughes, McNulty, Wheat, 4-5. Torrey, Seguin, Seguin, Palmer, Wright. These are all multis. Guzman, Rogue. Campus, Cleveland, Guzman. Bunch of triples. So that is yet another positive. As long as I see it. Don Drysdale, Bob Gibson. Mark McGuire, Matt Williams, Sammy Sosa. I will get them taken care of for you. Someone wasn't paying attention.
Just keep that over there.
Just all of it. Joe Racho. We've got Paul Molitor. Frank Thomas, love that card. Plunk Canseco. Rod Carew. Ryan Sandberg. Bert Blyleven. Frank Viola. And Kent Herbeck. Bill Scheel. We've got Fingers, Morrison Palmer. Yogi Berra. Joe Morgan. I'm looking right at him. Tom Mattingly. Eli Manning. Greg Maddux. And Mark McGuire. Tom Smith out of number 8. One did not go through, which is one of these. Jake Mangum's, which is weird. One did, one didn't. But both Connor G's went through. That's a positive. Got a couple Connor G autos. And it does say something on there, I thought. And evidence of enhancement is what it's showing on the Mangum. So I don't know, maybe he went back over it possibly. And some players, they mess up, they will do that. Bobby Thompson. We got 2 out of sub 8. Juan Marichal and Marichal Perry. 1 did not go through, Dave Winfield. Questionable inscription, they do like doing that. Willie McCovey, Vern Law, Juan Marichal, Juan, Jim Palmer, George Foster. All the rest went through no problems. Like I said, with this, it was nothing more than a inscription. And Daniel White, this is the end of it?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, Giovanni, not yet. Give it probably 2 weeks. I would think they'll probably be back in 2 weeks. They're not doing anything next week, but they will be doing it. But they will be back. Daniel, you got 8 and 6 back. Lowry, Swilling, Rice, Singletary, Largent, and Freddie Jones, of all people, were the ones that came back. Secretarial is questionable, stamp on Nick Lowry. So, but everything else went through, so we got some good ones. Appreciate it. Patrick Ewing, members only, Beam Team. And a ton, he is a 89 score set guy. So Carter, Burt, Wilson, Sims, Marino, McMichael, Fryer, Mann, Tippett, Harris, Vaughn Johnson. That was not, by the way, that's tops. Out of nowhere, he threw that one in on me. Haley, Schuler, Vinny Testaverde, Barton, Steve Atwater, Ronnie Lott, Chris Dolman, John Taylor, Sweeney, Herschel Walker, Greg Bell, Cornelius Bennett, Andre Tippett, Bruce Matthews, Ron Hall, Bruce Smith, Warren Williams, Wayne Martin, Kurt Warner, John L. Williams, Carl Banks, Tim Harris, Anthony Munoz, Lewis Sharp, Mickey Schuler, Gaston Green, and that is it. Other than, I'm going to take one more pick. That Beam Team in that color. If you're going to do something, guys, do it like that. I mean, that's a good looking card right there, in my opinion. Make it stand out. Alright, guys, that's it. Like I said, I figure the rest for 7 and 8, hopefully in 2 weeks. Like I said, with Thanksgiving next week, no pickup. They're only going to be there for a day or two next week. I will get those scratches taken care of because they are definitely scratches that I don't even, they've had to, that must have already been done on the plastic and they didn't notice them. But other than that, hopefully we'll be back in a couple weeks. Get cards in, guys. I mean, we are hopefully flying through these things for you, getting them back as quick as possible.